Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm out here at a place called Hawk Falls, and I'm in a bit of a precarious situation in terms of where I'm actually going to film at. I'm actually standing on two rocks by the falls, and I got a lot of stuff hovering over water right now because it's pretty much a bunch of stones in order for you to be able to get to the actual fall area. Now, it's not so deep where if I fall in, it's going to be something crazy unless I fall backwards, and that would be pretty darn embarrassing. But yeah, I wanted to show off this location to you guys. Another chance for me to be out in nature, you know, checking checking out a nice waterfall that you can see behind me. Earlier, there was actually some kids jumping off the high rocks up here and into the water because it can pretty much get, for me, it probably can get up to about right here. So I get pretty chest high in terms of where the water is, but that's only right in front of the waterfall, a couple of, I don't know, about 10 feet behind me. But yeah, just showing you one of the many places that you guys could go out and experience as something else to do, because I know we spend a lot of time indoors, outside of the sun, outside of nature, listening to natural sounds. We're used to listening to artificial sounds and things like that. So if you're in Pennsylvania, this is up Route 476. Again, it's called Hawk Falls. Make sure you do some search on the location. See if you can get the coordinates, because it's going to tell you that it's literally you drive up 476 and just pull over on the side of the road, and that's not true. So you might want to hop off on, like, let's say exit 87 going up the turnpike, or even coming down. And that'll be your fastest way of accessing it. About 10 minutes from there, it's a couple of miles off, which is pretty cool. But yeah, I like coming out to places like this because natural sounds and things like that, and being out in the sun is good for your body. Not only with the sun giving you good vitamin D production, but for your mood. Being in places like this, feeling the way you're supposed to feel. Your body has a natural affinity to being around natural things. So one of the little known things that people don't understand is your body kind of prepares itself for environment because of your senses, right? So not only just hearing things gives off a certain calming frequency, but also touching things, like things that are edible. When you touch them, if your body has a familiar sense with it, your fingers alone, like you see, the back of your hands and the front of your hands are two different colors, or two different shades. Lighter here because it's more nerve endings than on the back. So when you touch things, there's access to the hormones that are within your body and the genetics of your body. So if you eat a certain thing, your body produces certain juices and things to break it down. After it produces the juices and things to actually break it down, then what's going to come after that is your body's going to create a memory for it. And after it creates a memory for it, it's going to have the ability to remember what you did. So when you touch that food next time with your bare hand, your body will start developing the saliva it needs and the hydrochloric acid to break that food down. So it goes in stages. You touch the food, you taste the food, you chew the food, and your body works in the juices that help break that food down as fast as possible before it goes down. And this is what speedy digestion is all about. So again, in order, you eat the food, you create a genetic memory for the food. Next time you're around the food, seeing it produces a certain, mental state about that food. And then you touch it, so your body gets the chemical affinity to the food. All this is being stored in your body. Then you chew it. Your body already has a history of it, so it starts to produce juices to help break it down faster. So when it's breaking it down faster, now when it goes down in the stomach, if you've chewed it real good, the chyme, bolus is different terms depending on where it is for the body. As it goes down, it's already half digested. So to keep the colon cleansed, it's about getting the food in, chewed, and to the most digested point as fast as possible before it hits the stomach. The more your body's familiar with a thing, the more preparation it makes for a thing, the faster it breaks it down to get it out of the body, to keep the colon clean and to bring in all the nutrients and things that it needs and the enzymes and things as best as it possibly can to keep you going, thriving, living, and things like that. And these are things that we get from nature because, again, you're connected to it. Biology with biology. So, if something is of a biological, natural nature, it has light, electricity flowing through that food. That's the reason your body's able to communicate with it, because if the food has light, electricity flowing through it, it also has a magnetic field, which your body can feel because everything is vibration. Even you vibrate. You have a heartbeat. If you have a heartbeat, that gives off a certain rhythm, a certain vibration. And that vibrational pattern comes off as light and electricity and magnetism. The magnetic field holds the information, or holds the light into the brain. The brain is the capacity for that magnetic field. It has a shape, right? So form denotes function. The shape of the brain, shape of the body, shape of the magnetic field holds information in that shape in accordance with the body that took in the information. So when that shape gets reformed in another location, it holds the information, or it is capable of holding the information. So the same way certain memory card has to have a certain function with certain things. So the camera I'm using can use a certain memory card. It uses an SD memory card. So if I give it a compact flash card, it won't work. Not only does it not work, it won't work because it doesn't fit. The form of that memory card is too big for the shape of the camera it goes in. So when you try and put it in, it won't go in. And even if it goes in, if the camera does not have the genetic memory to recognize that card or that thing, then you're going to have an issue. I'm just changing my light, guys, because the sun went behind the clouds. You're going to have a certain issue when it comes to recognizing a thing. So again, so I don't lose my train of thought, and I want to keep it clear. Genetics has a memory. The memory has to be turned on and off like a light switch. If it can be turned on and off like a light switch, then you can develop technologies that operate the same. If you learn the technology and the different minerals and things around and you put them together in the proper shape to perform a certain function. Your body is a certain shape to perform a certain function. It creates genetic memory based on how you interact with the environment. Like I said earlier, when it comes to food, if you're familiar with seeing the food and it gives you a feeling, your body will start to develop, you'll start to salivate because you have a genetic memory with that food that is good. So now when you touch it, your body gets more information. It says, oh yeah, we're definitely going to have it. You smell it even more. The juices start to form in your mouth and it starts to line the digestive tract to get ready to break that food down because it's prepared to have it. So you touch it, smell it, you taste it, your body knows it's ready. You chew it up enough, it goes through the system faster than if you were to just take something straight up that you never had before, chew it, eat it, and take it down. It's going to take a little longer to digest. So it's about gaining an affinity to a thing. So when we build our technology, we make sure our technology has an affinity to a thing. Apple products with Apple services. Some services will work across platforms because they use familiar form and function, hence a memory card. I can take the memory card out of this camera, put it in a PC, and put it in Mini Max. Or I'll have to buy a reader and make sure the computer has the capacity to download the information to recognize it so that it can read the information on that actual item. Well, that's what our bodies do in the environment. So you get scared of your environment when you don't understand your environment. But the people who came before you have genetic memory. You have to get educated to awaken that genetic memory. And when that genetic memory gets awakened, it turns on the gene to let it know I'm familiar with this. And it will react as such based on those who came before you. If there is no genetic memory, you can gain it by interacting with the thing, learning things about it, and then that genetic memory will pass on. Now, just because it's genetic does not make it automatic. Now, in the case of automatic, you have what they call autosomal. Autosomal would be the color of my hair, my eyes, the things that doesn't just shift and change as life goes on. My eyes will be brown unless I do something to my eyes. My hair will be black unless I do something to my hair. But I can do things like I can work out and change the shape of the outer shape of my body. I can eat certain foods and speed up the digestion of those foods. I can study a certain subject and become more efficient and more proficient at that subject. You get it, okay? So I wanted to bring that, a little wisdom, guys. And as usual, because of the timing of this is before my event. I'm going to leave a link below this video for you guys to come check out the Health Nature event. If you're in Philly, if you have a sick person in your family, you're sick, people who have died who have been sick, and it really hurt you, or it's just a lot of information out there and you want to narrow things down. You're the type of people I'm looking for to come out to the event. Experienced people can come hang out, but that's not the preferred people who should be in the crowd. 35 seats, $10 a seat. I can expand a little bit if I want to. If you offer a service or a product, feel free to give me a call or send me a message. We'll see if there's a way we can kind of work it into the program, because we don't have a lot of room for vendors. This is more of a semi-private event, meaning anyone can come, but it's limited in space and limited in scope on who that I'm trying to address. I don't want to address people and give them more of what they already know, although there's a lot of information I'm probably going to cover that people don't know, so that's a good reason to come out. I'm really aiming for the people who are new to this or curious about it or have a lot of information and don't know how to put it together in terms of making a program or in terms of healing and doing things like that. So that's really what it's built for. But the link is below this video in the YouTube information and biography information on my Instagram page. There's a whole page for it on Facebook. Again, it's $10. Grab them before they sell out. These events have a habit of selling out pretty quickly at a random time. So right now there's still quite a few seats available, quite a few taken too. But yeah, come on out. Hope to see you guys there. Again, I wanted to bring you guys some nature. I want to always bring you guys these really nice and cool looking places that I get to go to. So I'm about to go hang out with a friend of mine whose birthday it is. Wanted you guys to, again, check me out, check my event out, check out the places that I go. Videos like this will continue to be made. More events will happen later on, bigger events and things like that. And I'm trying to bring you guys more experience with the events, not just information, but experiences, either through word of mouth from other people as time goes on, or from me having met other people, or I'll even bring videos like these and private secret stuff to the actual events that you can see that I can't necessarily put up on YouTube, Facebook, things like that. You'll get to see some of those hidden gems, right? All right, guys, thanks for checking out this video. Catch you later.